Open season released September the 29th, 2006. Boog, a domesticated grizzly bear with zero survival skills, gets lured into the wild by a fast-talking deer named Elliot right before hunting season opens. It is a chaotic buddy comedy about surviving nature when you are used to sleeping on a garage floor. Surf's Up released June the 8th, 2007. This mockumentary follows Cody Maverick, a teenage rockhopper penguin, as he enters his first pro surfing tournament, and learns from a legendary, washed-up surfer that winning isn't everything. Open Season 2, released September the 24th, 2008. When a group of spoiled pets dognaps Mr. Weenie, Boog, and Elliot lead a wild rescue mission into enemy territory at a luxury pet resort. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, released September the 18th, 2009. Wannabe scientist Flint Lockwood invents a machine that turns water into food, transforming his town into a culinary paradise. But when the machine goes haywire, spaghetti tornadoes push the world to a delicious apocalypse. Open Season 3, released January the 25th, 2011. Feeling ditched by his married friends, Boog trades places with a look-alike Russian circus bear, forcing Elliot and the gang to pull off a high-stakes circus breakout. The Smurfs released July the 29th, 2011. The tiny blue crew gets chased out of their magical village by the evil wizard Gargamel, and accidentally falls through a portal straight into modern-day New York City. Arthur Christmas released November the 23rd, 2011. Santa's high-tech operation misses exactly one child's present, forcing Santa's clumsy youngest son, Arthur, to go old school on a rogue mission to deliver the final gift before sunrise. The Pirates, Band of Misfits released April the 27th, 2012. A delightfully eccentric pirate captain goes on a relentless, madcap quest to defeat his rivals, and finally win the coveted Pirate of the Year award. Hotel Transylvania released September the 28th, 2012. Dracula runs a high-end resort for monsters to relax away from humans, but his world is turned upside down when a clueless human backpacker stumbles into the hotel, and falls for Drac's teenage daughter, Mavis. The Smurfs 2 released July the 31st, 2013. Gargamel creates a couple of mischievous, Smurf-like creatures called the Naughties and kidnaps Smurfette to steal her secret magic essence, triggering another real-world rescue mission. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, released September the 27th, 2013. Flint Lockwood discovers his food machine survived and is now breeding sentient foodimals, like tocottles and shrimpanzees, meaning he has to save the world's ecosystem all over again. Hotel Transylvania 2, released September the 25th, 2015. Dracula tries everything in his power to bring out the inner vampire in his half-human, half-vampire grandson, Dennis, before his old-school, human-hating father pays a surprise visit. Goosebumps released October the 16th, 2015. A teenager accidentally unleashes the literal monsters from the famous R.L. Stine manuscripts onto a small town, forcing him to team up with the author to lock them back in their pages. Open Season, Scared Silly released December the 18th, 2015. Elliot tells a campfire story about a terrifying werewolf, scaring Boog so badly that he refuses to go on their annual camping trip until his friends cure his fear. Surf's Up 2, Wave Mania released January the 17th, 2017. Cody Maverick convinces a legendary big wave riding crew called the Hang Five to let him join them on a journey to a mythical surfing location known for its killer waves. Smurfs, The Lost Village released April the 7th, 2017. A completely animated adventure where Smurfette and her best friends follow a mysterious map through the Forbidden Forest to find a secret village before Gargamel does. The Emoji Movie released July the 28th, 2017. Inside a smartphone text app, a multi-expressive emoji named Gene goes on an epic app-hopping journey to fix his coding glitch and become normal like everyone else. The Star released November the 17th, 2017. A small, brave donkey named Bo yearns for adventure and accidentally becomes the unsung, furry hero of the very first Christmas. Peter Rabbit released February the 9th, 2018. The classic Rogue Bunny takes his feud with Thomas McGregor to the absolute extreme, warring over control of the coveted vegetable garden and the affection of their warm-hearted neighbor. Hotel Transylvania 3, Summer Vacation released July the 13th, 2018. Mavis surprises an overworked Dracula with a luxury monster cruise, unaware that the ship's mysterious human captain is actually a descendant of Abraham Van Helsing. Goosebumps 2, Haunted Halloween released October the 12th, 2018. Two young boys accidentally release Slappy the Dummy from a locked book, resurrecting a chaotic army of Halloween monsters on their unsuspecting town. Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse released December the 14th, 2018. Brooklyn teen Miles Morales gets bitten by a radioactive spider, and must team up with alternate universe spider heroes to stop Kingpin from tearing reality completely apart. The Angry Birds Movie 2, released August the 14th, 2019.
The Mitchells vs. the Machines released April 30th, 2021. This chaotic comedy follows the quirky Mitchell family as their awkward college road trip is violently interrupted by a literal tech apocalypse. Suddenly, it's up to a dysfunctional family and 2 broken robots to save humanity. Wish Dragon released June 11th, 2021. Set in modern Shanghai, it follows a working-class college student named Din who stumbles upon a cynical, wish-granting pink dragon inside a magical teapot. Together, they embark on a hilarious journey to reconnect with Din's long-lost childhood friend. Vivo released August 6, 2021. This vibrant musical stars a one-of-a-kind kinkajou named Vivo, who spends his days playing music in a lively Havana plaza. When tragedy strikes his beloved owner, Vivo must embark on a dangerous journey from Havana to Miami to deliver a long-lost love song. Hotel Transylvania. Transformania released January 14th, 2022. In this 4th installment, Van Helsing's mysterious monstrification ray goes haywire. Drac and his monster buddies are suddenly turned into regular humans, while human Johnny becomes a giant monster, forcing them to race across the globe to reverse the curse. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse released June 2nd, 2023. Miles Morales returns for an epic multiversal adventure, reuniting with Gwen Stacy and plunging straight into the Spider Society. But when the heroes clash on how to handle a catastrophic new threat, Miles finds himself pinned against every other Spider variant in existence to save the people he loves. K-pop Demon Hunters released June 20th, 2025. This musical urban fantasy centers on a world-famous South Korean girl group who have to balance their global pop stardom with a hidden, high-stakes double life as undercover demon slayers. Fixed released August 13th, 2025. Directed by the legendary Genndy Tartakovsky, this raunchy, R-rated comedy follows a sweet, ordinary dog who discovers he's scheduled to be neutered tomorrow. Desperate, he enlists his neighborhood dog pack to help him live out a wild, unforgettable final night of freedom. Goat released February 13th, 2026. Executive produced by Steph Curry, this sports comedy introduces us to Will, a tiny goat living in an all-animal world. Will defies all odds to land a roster spot in Roarball, a brutal, full-contact sport completely dominated by massive, fierce predators, proving that smalls can truly ball. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse release date June 18th, 2027. The long-awaited conclusion to the trilogy will finally wrap up Miles Morales' multiversal cliffhanger, forcing him to escape his alt-universe variant self and stop the Spot from destroying the multiverse. Wish Dragon 2 release date summer 2027. Din and Lina are back as young adults, diving headfirst into another supernatural, heartwarming adventure with everyone's favorite cynical pink dragon. Bud's release date December 22nd, 2027. This holiday corridor original is shrouded in mystery, but promises a spectacular, character-driven adventure just in time for Christmas. Untitled K-pop Demon Hunters sequel release date 2029. The badass idol group returns to face an even bigger supernatural threat with brand new music and insane action sequences.